Hello, welcome to Online Skill India, a growth in you through our coaching technique. I am Tirupati Naik, Parametric Solution Private Limited Company. Our tagline is wisdom, satisfaction and happiness. Today's topic is CNC course. CNC stands for Computer Numerical Control, a professional engineering course. Programming on VMC Vertical Machining Center CNC milling machine on Fanuc control. So this is the complete setup of a CNC machine. Make BFW and control panel is a Fanuc control. So this is a bed and the spindle. The block diagram here, for example, is shown. That is the x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. What type of operation we can do it on the vertical machining center is there are different types of face milling, end milling, pocket milling, slot milling, drilling operation, rimming operation, tapping operation and boring operations. This type of operation on this machine we can do it. In CNC machine we have to understand the coordinate system. Coordinate system is a fundamental of creating a coordinate systems. So here the coordinate system is defined with the two axes, that is horizontal axis, that is x-axis, and vertical axis is a y-axis. So these two axes which intersect at a point, that is called the origin point, that is 0, 0, and the x-axis towards right side is a positive x and a vertical axis is positive y, and this portion is called quadrant 1. In this quadrant 1 it is a positive both the axes, so plus x plus y axis. Similarly towards the left side minus x and vertical y axis, this quadrant is called quadrant 2. In this minus x comma plus y, so this is second quadrant. In the third quadrant is minus x minus y, so third quadrant is minus x comma minus y. Similarly the axis which is plus x and vertical downward, that is minus y, this is quadrant 4. In this plus x comma minus y. So this is to understand the entire this coordinate system is very important to generate the toolpath generating. So next we'll see that how to create a coordinate system. For example, in this x-axis, on this axis I have defined the dimensions, the measurement, that is 10 mm, 20 mm, 30 mm. So these dimensions are in the mm unit, that is plus x, and similarly vertical 10 mm, 20 mm, 30 mm, this way also, that is a plus y axis. So in this first quadrant I have 2 points, that is the first point, this is A. So here if you look at in x-axis, this point is vertical, here it is 40 mm, and similarly this is horizontal towards the vertical line, that is 10 plus 5, so that is 40 comma 15, that is 40 is a x direction and y direction is a 15, so that from the origin this A point is a 40 comma 15. Similarly second point, that is B point, this point here that is 10 mm, and from here vertical is a 35 mm, so 10 comma 35. That is how we have to define the coordinate system. So this particular points we have to define in a CNC machine, that is a workpiece positions. So similarly in the second quadrant here we have defined minus x plus y, that is the C point. Let's see here, that is C point is vertically from the x-axis and y-axis. So here minus 30 mm, and from here that is 50 plus here, that is 55. So minus 30 comma 55 mm, the C point is located. Similarly D point, it is from here, that is minus 50 and here to that is 25. So minus 50 comma 25. Similarly in the third quadrant, that is minus x minus y. Here E point, that is from here to here, that is 60. So minus 60, and downward towards y-axis, that is minus 20. So here it is a minus 20. So this E point is minus 60 comma minus 20. Same way in the F point, so towards the minus x is a minus 30 mm. This is 30 mm, and here it is a 30 mm. So minus 30 comma minus 30, that is F point. Same way for the fourth quadrant, that is plus x minus y. The next point is a G point. The G point is here, that's a vertical is here, that is a plus 10 mm. So this distance is the plus 10 mm, and y minus 35 here. So this G point is 10 comma minus 35. Then H point, in x direction from here to this is half of it. So that is H point is x 35 and comma minus 55 mm in y direction. So H point is 35 comma minus 55. The last point is I point, that is from here, this particular I point is on the axis, so that x is become 0 and y is here to here, it is 45. So x is 0 comma y is minus 45. So that's how we have to define the coordinate system to understand it. So in the coordinate system there are two types. One is the absolute coordinate system. So this is the absolute coordinate system. Another is the incremental coordinate system. We're going to understand here the absolute coordinate system. In absolute coordinate system, the point, the origin is always fixed. This is called a global origin, and the point 1, 2, 3, 4. These points are to be referred from the origin. So here the first point in the table I have defined here, that is points 1, 2, 3, 4. The 1, 2, 3, 4, and x and y, the axis. This is x-axis and this is y-axis. In this first point, here to here, this is 10 mm is given, and here vertical axis, y-axis is 7. So that first point is 10 is x and 7 is y. So that 10 comma 7. Similarly, second point is from here to here, that is 15 mm, and from here to here, that is the x-axis, that is 22. So 15 comma 22, that is x is 15, y is 22. Similarly, third point, it is from this distance is 27, and third point vertical in y direction, this distance here it is 16. So from the origin, that is 27 comma 16. So third point is 27 and y direction is 16. And the last point, fourth point is here, that is the x direction, that is 34. This is 34 is defined from here to here, and this y direction is 7 mm. So fourth point is 34 comma 7. So this is called an absolute coordinate system. So remember that in absolute coordinate system origin is fixed. Okay, next we're going to understand what is the incremental coordinate system. So in the incremental coordinate system, the origin is always going to shift for the end point is become an 0. So like from here origin workpiece 0 is here, that is origin point. From here to the first point is x-axis is 10 mm, y is 7 mm. So here first point is 10 comma 7. So x is 10 mm from here to here, and here to this point, that is y is 7. So from this now you have to forget this origin, and now this one you have to consider that as 0 0. Okay, so in incremental coordinate system the end point is become your 0 0. From this 0 we have to consider that this is x-axis and this is y-axis now. So in this x-axis that is 5 mm, and from here to this, that is 9 plus 6, that is 15 mm. So the second point is x is in x point is 5 mm and y is 15 mm. So second point is x is 5 and y is 15. Similarly, now again you have to forget this origin. Now this consider end point is a 0 0. From here this particular x-axis and y direction, this falls in the fourth quadrant. So that positive x and minus y-axis. So this distance is 12 mm and from here to here is 6. So minus 6 mm. So third point is 12. Y-axis is minus 6. Similarly, last point, fourth point is also falls in the fourth quadrant. So this is the origin x and this is the y-axis. So this is falls in this is first quadrant, second, third and fourth. So fourth point which falls in the fourth quadrant, that is why this distance x direction is plus 7 and y direction is minus 9. So here x is 7, y is minus 9 mm. So that is how we understand about the incremental coordinate system. So I hope today you understood about the coordinate system, that is absolute coordinate system and incremental coordinate system. Thank you so much.